From a super secret location deep within the mountains of Colorado, it's time to strap up, strap in, or strap on with your host, Shenanigans in One Shot. It's From the Ashes Radio!
What the heck was that? You good, dude? Ladies and gentlemen, and whatever else you might be, welcome to From the Ashes on About Face Media. How's everybody doing? You good, bro?
So get it situated.
Yeah, I guess you like that cigar, huh?
No, I haven't smoked it yet. I haven't had a chance.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you would have
Smoked
burned
it
that thing on the way home. Yeah,
I haven't smoked in the truck yet.
Oh, yeah, there it is. So
I didn't know if I wanted to. I was trying to decide.
Yeah,
that's a line you either cross or you don't cross. And I was like, either we cross or we don't. And I don't know if I want to yet. So when I make my decision,
folks, do you smoke in your car? I'd like to hear from you. Do you smoke? So I waited until I made the last payment on the Tundra. And as soon as I made the last payment, I was like, light that thing up, motherfucker. And yeah.
I mean, I have lots of mile markers that have zero significance to any relevance of anything.
Not
so
as
I'm
bad as that one.
Not as bad as that one necessarily. I'm sure. No, I have some, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, and I do. It drives my wife bananas because she hates the smell of cigars, obviously. But in that same breath, you know, hey, sometimes just needs to happen.
It's not your whip.
Exactly. And when you're coming back from a hunting trip or a fishing trip, there's nothing better than a good cigar on the ride home. So yeah, kind of like that one I got you. You're really going to like it.
See, that's one of the other reasons I was thinking about the other day. I was like, I should go to Caspar. I've never actually been in there. I don't think.
Oh,
I know.
Dude, say when, but anyway, yeah,
I know.
Keep talking.
But then I also have to find a cigar, and I'm famously terrible at it. That's why I don't. Well, that whatever you gave me, I've had 2 in a row that were good. I think that's why I want to smoke a cigar every once in a while.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I had the one at our buddy Loyal Life's bachelor party he put on for our other buddy. He had one for me, or you had one for me that night. I can't remember. And you gave me another one.
I don't remember either, but
I remember else.
Smoking it
too.
What do you call it? Fucking. He reached out to me just the other day, a couple days ago, Loyal Life did, and he's like, hey, what do you recommend for cigars? And I'm like, hey, this, that, and the other thing. And if anyone offers you anything that's named acid or flavored, punch them in the face because they are not your friend. And he's like, okay. Do you like acid cigars, John? Have you had them?
Is acid cigars a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, is there
no. It's not cigars with acid in them, although that would be fucking awesome.
Wait, see, I'm like, dude, because here's the thing, since I don't smoke cigars, I get the greatest high. It's like a high schooler smoking a Marlboro Red, bro. Except for the last like 3 to 4 hours. Like a nice, cool, calm, like, hey, like all chill. Like what we think marijuana is, but it's not. You know?
It's a good analogy right there. Well, and I
thinking about my groovy high.
That too. Well, I smoke like thick, black, oily, gross, disgusting cigars. Those are my go-tos. And so like
everything you pick,
your gross black. Yeah, exactly. What's up, Brady? How the heck are you? Glad you're here tonight. You know what? We need to. Brady, are you busy right now? Because I might have you come on the show right now. If you're not busy, I'd love to have you come on and talk about Ventura for Veterans, because last time you were supposed to be on, we lost power and I kind of fucked you. So I'd really like to have you come on right now and talk about your nonprofit if you have time. So I go fishing with a mutual acquaintance of ours, Joe Roz, and I give him one of those cigars. And within 20 minutes, what does no mean? No, you're not available, or no, you can't. No, you're not doing it. He doesn't. He's intimidated.
Like, he said no.
Yeah, he's intimidated. He's like, no. Oh, it sounds all right. Well, hang on a second, man. I'm going to text you right this second with our link.
All right. Well, you can do 2 things at once. You start texting that link,
and so I give him the cigar. We're fishing, doing our thing, and I look down the river, and homeboy is sitting on the bank, and he's like sitting there like this.
What's the matter with
him? And I'm like, dude, you okay?
Really?
And he's like, that cigar kind of kicked my ass a little bit. I'm like, really? Dude, well, that's kind of awesome.
If you don't smoke one, that's why I kind of like keep it like my special thing every once in a while.
Yeah.
That's why I haven't smoked that one. There wasn't a time where I just was going to enjoy it. And But man, when you smoke on it, fucking
Get you up a little bit.
dude. And it's not like I don't know how to describe it, but I felt like a high school kid. So all I could think of is like, you know, Phelps County Fairgrounds smoking Marlboro Reds at 13.
Well, and I had this conversation. I think we had this conversation off air. I'm not positive if we had it on air or not, but someone brought to my attention the rise in ADD, ADHD, and anxiety in children.
Okay.
Can be directly correlated to smoking cessation programs.
To what?
Smoking cessation, stopping smoking. Because if you think about it, and I know you did too, Joe. Joe, what year did you graduate high school? 98. So I graduated, I left high school in 93. Let me say that differently. We had a smoking area. And that's where you all went. Like in between classes, you all went out to, whether you smoked or not, you went out and hung out in the smoking area. No, was this a thing for you, Joe? Did you have a smoking area in your school? No? Did you?
Bro, I went to East High School on East Colfax.
Your whole school was a smoking area.
What the fuck are you talking about? There was a smoking lounge. No, we did have an outside area that was like, they left us alone. Some schools had like a designated one.
Mm-hmm. Ours did.
I don't think that Denver school district allows a designated one because there's like all the ones I knew of were like the designated ones that had the sign and everything were not so I don't know, but either way we had an area and they left us alone, and in between class that's where you go. There's a few areas.
The cigar is probably the only thing that ever kicked Ross's ass. Well, no, maybe I don't know, could be, I don't know, but what do you call it? We did have a smoking area I graduated I left high school in 93.
It's no longer there.
Yeah. And
is the school still there?
Yes, it is. Nonawag High School.
You know what really bothers me? My middle school is no longer there.
Ooh, that's got to sting a little.
Yeah.
Well, is the
what
building gone or?
No, it's like bulldozed.
No shit.
Yeah,
is that because of you?
I tried to burn the motherfucker down, but no, I was not successful. I think it's been bulldozed for like 20 years.
That's got to sting a little,
right? Because it ages you.
That's got to sting.
And
we have these like as like our heroes and whatnot are passing on and whatnot. Like I think it was Joe that sent out the picture of Willie Nelson wrapped in bubble wrap, and you're like, wherever Willie Nelson is, find that man and protect him at all costs.
ADD and ADHD. I've read a bunch of things recently in the last year or two about nicotine, and what they called that statistics things like oddball statistics or something like that, where they like
Freakonomics
sort of thing.
Love that book,
where they're showing changes in types and ways in consuming of nicotine and negative effects on society that it's had. I've seen a bunch of different ways. So it's interesting to see that one.
I mean, but if you think it through, like I said, if you got a test coming up, you'd walk out to the smoking area, burn one real quick before you walked up and flunked your math test. I mean, think it through. And Dave, it was great having a cigar with you as well today. Thank you so much for the cigar. I go to a place called the Tobacco Leaf at lunchtime and sit almost every day with this guy, Dave. And he bought me a cigar today. So thank you, Dave. I sincerely appreciate it. What do you call it? And Dave has now become a loyal listener. So I love it. I'm very happy to hear that. Dave, there is no Allie tonight. It's her birthday tomorrow, but
Joe is here. And
do we know anyone else's birthday
today? I want to point that out, guys. What do you do for your birthday when it comes to work?
I don't tell people about my birthday. You tell more people about my fake birthday, which cracks me up to no end because I literally got presents in the mail from Amazon when you posted that one time.
You should do that for me.
Fake birthdays?
Yeah.
Well,
just write happy birthday, Seth. I hope you get tits and blowjobs and all your friends are nice to you for a day.
You're more way imaginative about these things, like because it was a random March 12th that you posted that shit for no reason whatsoever. And all of a sudden I've got 200 people. Dude, my phone was blowing up. I got 200 text messages. Dude, today's your birthday? No, he's joking. Is he? Are you sure? Motherfucker, I'm sure my birthday.
Your mom called you.
My mom. I fucking love it. I love it. It cracked me up to absolutely no end.
I kind of have, I've almost never worked my birthday. Unless it was like staff duty. No. Like I'm deployed. Let me phrase that. No. I wasn't deployed on my birthday. They sent me home for my birthday.
You're out there working till like 9, 10 o'clock. We have to shut the lights off on you, and you don't take your birthday off. You take your birthday off.
Not really. I only do the work I want to do. So like, if there's like a fund, because it's Veterans Day, so commonly there's some sort of thing. Like there's some veteran fundraiser thing at the academy. I'm like, oh, I guess I'm going to work for a couple hours. But it's like, I accepted that one. But usually it's like do
you work on your birthday?
Dude, he showed up to the radio show on his birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday.
So happy birthday.
Dear Joe.
From us. I'm sure all the
listeners, happy birthday to Joe, our producer, who has completely changed this show.
Right? 52?
How old are you?
46.
Jesus, you look like you're 73, dude. What the fuck happened to you? Your poor wife. I assumed she found you at the old folks' home. I had no idea.
She just picked up one of her clients. Crazy agent.
Yeah.
They age you fast.
And they don't. What the hell? You ever noticed? They age you, but they don't.
Yeah.
They don't age.
Yeah. It's the old people. Sandy's like, no, he's 45. He is not. Look at the guy. Yeah, but he forgot to bring chili for you all. Oh, yeah, we heard that story, and he's a little concerned about his health and safety when he comes home. So please be nice to Joe when he gets home.
If he makes it home.
If he makes it home at his age and all. That's fucking awesome. All right, let's bring up our first combat, Carl, because we got to get to Brady, because I really want to talk to Brady about Ventura for Veterans. But folks, if you missed this one, I don't blame you for missing it, because it wasn't all over the news. Unless you're following some of the military channels, you would have no idea that this happened. Combat Carl, the point of the segment is every unit has a Carl, and it's the guy that just can't stop fucking things up.
Can't get right.
Cannot get right. Well, we found the ultimate Carl.
I don't know if it's the ultimate, but it's
pretty close. I mean, how much? So let's say, look, when it comes time to re-enlist in any of the services, I don't know if the Marines do this.
They give you something.
They give you, like, you get to pick it. You get to do a little something. Go ahead.
I never got to pick it. What'd you get, Joe? Did you get anything cool when you re-enlisted, or like hey, what can we do to get you re-enlisted?
Slap on the ass.
Wait, did you not re-enlist?
Like, no.
Did you re-enlist?
No, for re-enlistment. No.
Okay.
No.
You just did your 4 and kicked rocks?
4 now.
God, I love guys like that.
But for
Smart.
any award, anything, it was just like a little jacket, little like red envelope thing, and that was it.
In the Army, when it comes time to re-enlist, they want you so bad. They're like, hey, where do you want to re-enlist, and what do you want for re-enlisting?
Sometimes.
And so, yeah, maybe not for everybody, apparently.
I re-enlisted twice. Once was in the GAN, and it was just like, hey, let's do this real quick. And the other time was, oh, let's do this real quick in the recruiter's office, or the re-enlistment.
Shit.
Yeah. I've never had a cool one.
I've had soldiers that have been like, Sergeant, can I do it like in a Chinook flying upside down? With a
lot of times they
with
will.
the Hooters crew, and they're like, yeah, no problem, dude. We got you.
I've seen some crazy shit happen for re-enlistment.
The Army goes above and beyond.
You might get a formation. You might.
Oh, dude, you for sure get in a like you don't get a choice on that shit. They'll make a thing about it. But usually there's some wild requests, and I've seen some wild requests, and usually it's a location.
Sniper school, especially. I mean, you guys must have fucking. I'd like to re-enlist in chest deep water with my balls freezing while the fucking anaconda curls around my leg. What?
In a ghillie suit.
Yeah, in a ghillie suit, and I want chaps. Everybody there.
And chaps. Like something stupid. No, I've seen some crazy ones. I've seen birds.
Yeah, in the class 6, in the beer cooler, I've seen.
Either way, a lot of times. or you get a school.
Yep. You can go to an Army school.
Yeah. Hey,
is that a thing in the Marines?
We'll toss air assault in there if you re-enlist.
Yeah, you re-up. We'll send you to fucking Fort Campbell's. You can flunk out in 4 days. Yeah, because you're not passing air assault school, kid. But yeah,
everybody passes air assault school.
We had one. His name was Shit in the Weeds. That's kind of an awesome nickname, to be honest.
It is.
But anyway, so Combat Carl. So apparently, in the Air Force, you can do the exact same thing.
Sometimes you can request a flight.
You can ask for a flight. And so let's say you're a ground pounder in the Air Force. Hey, I'd like to re-enlist in an F-15. Okay, cool. Are you able to pull that picture up there, Joe? So
is that who flew out? Was a re-enlistment guy?
It was someone that was re-enlisting.
I didn't know if it was a civilian. So anyway,
see this video right now, folks, what you're looking at is an airman who re-enlisted in the Air Force, and he reached down and said, hey, what does this lever do, while sitting in a fucking F-15 Eagle, and that motherfucker ejected himself.
Hold on. Let's backtrack. Stop all this. All that was wrong. That was all false information.
Go ahead.
Hold on. This is a recruiting enlisted airman.
Yeah.
You think for 1 second he didn't know exactly where that handle was or that lever was and knew exactly what he was doing, and him and all of his buddies had bets on if he would do it or not?
That dude made $100 to get busted down 2 ranks.
Hell yeah, I would have done the same thing.
Because you're a legend at that point, and you're fucking
yeah, who cares about rank?
Oh,
bro?
you're re-enlisted in the beer cooler? I pulled the ejection handle on an F-15 while I was sitting on the ground. Wait, what? Seriously?
You did what?
Can you fucking imagine?
Oh, you know what though? Okay, so I only know about this.
I love that he's got it on a loop and it just keeps playing. So you're fucking awesome, dude.
I only know about this because a buddy of mine's on it. When you're in the Air Force, commonly you get a ride when you do things or when you re-enlist or something like that.
Mhm.
They also have a no-fly list.
No shit.
Like you're not allowed to request a cool flight. You can still do like the, sit on the C-130 and get extra. No. Those type of flights, they have a no-fly list for their own personnel because they've done something when they got it.
Like that guy.
That dude's on the no-fly list.
That is such an awesome video. I love this. Can you imagine? So the pilot is sitting in the front seat. Can you imagine being that pilot? You're like, all right, we're clear to taxi. Oh, here we go. Blah, blah. Oh shit, where the fuck you going, man?
I don't even think I'd be like, well, I'm done for the day.
Yeah, exactly. Well, yeah, because homeboy's not flying. What?
Do you think both seats went to check?
No, because the pilot stayed in his. And you see the canopy kick off, though, which is my favorite part. You see the plastic canopy kick away, and then you see homeboy shoot 200 feet in the air. When we were in Iraq, when we first pushed up into Iraq, Saddam took his whole Air Force at was it Stryker, maybe? And he spread all of his planes out across and put them like 200 meters apart so that you couldn't just run a strafing run and drop a bomb and nuke his Air Force. Well, the United States Marines came up there and they're like, oh, and they're all taking pictures and shit in the aircraft. Sure enough, a couple of them, what happens if I pull this button? And fucking up they go.
Oh.
So what happens is when that happens, you hit on stuff in the plane, and we would have Marines with 2 broken legs. I broke my leg, Doc. Yeah, you broke both of them, actually.
What?
Some of our buddies in Al-Assad.
Yeah, it's exactly exactly right. That's where the Iraqi Air Force Academy was. But
what?
Yeah.
Yeah. They had them all over.
And I thought like an airplane would have to be like turned on in some way for that to work. It does not work that way. You pull that lever.
Oh, it's all mechanical.
On or off. You're going for the ride. You're getting shot 200 feet in the air. Hold on, because this is going to suck. And pilots, please, I'd love to hear from you if you know something different or if you have different information. Looking good, old man. Stay yelling it. Jesse Tarango. Jesse, God, he and I worked together for a long time. I love that guy. Jesse, you're fucking killing it. I'm tracking you on LinkedIn, man. You're fucking wrecking it. Congratulations on retirement. You are doing very well as a civilian. It makes me happy. That being said, we have a few more combat Carls, but before we get to those,
on to the next.
That's the best one. Let's bring on Brady because we got to talk this one through.
Hey
Brady,
guys,
what's up, Sugar? You ever pull the ejection handle on an aircraft?
hey, no, never had that chance, but I would have.
I would have.
Yes, all of us would have.
In the
Hey, thanks for having me. I
You're
appreciate
always
it.
welcome. In the Coast Guard, when you re-enlist, do you get to like pick where you're re-enlisting, and do you get little incentives and shit?
Yeah, it's been 40 years, so I don't remember what those were, but I know they did have some incentives, bases and duty stations and who knows what else. I don't think the bonuses were big back then, depending on your rating.
Hey, how tall are you?
I am probably close to 6'3".
So this makes an excellent point. I didn't realize that the Coast Guard has height standards. You have to be a minimum of 6 feet tall to be in the Coast Guard, so that if something bad happens, all you do is stand up and you're not going to drown.
I knew something was coming. I knew it was coming.
I love when you're on the show, Brady.
Right on cue. I expect nothing less of you, Rob.
Well, I mean, hey, Navy versus Marines. I mean, the Navy, they've got it a lot tougher. They've got to unbutton all those 16 buttons to get stuff undone. Marines, all they have to do is tilt their hat back a little bit.
So
nothing for that. I'm not going to get anything for that, huh? No, that's a dick sucking joke. Get it?
Nothing. No, it's the timing.
Joe's looking for the fuck you button right now. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the show our very good friend Brady Shoemate with Ventura for Veterans. Welcome back to the show. I'm so glad you're here tonight. How's your day going?
Hi, good evening. It's great.
And you look good too. How's everybody's favorite dog, Rome?
He is downstairs. He'll be up here in a minute to say hi. He doesn't stay out of my reach for too long. So he'll be up here to say hi to you. I wanted to first, before I forget this, I want to reach out and say to everyone, we began this nonprofit. I was inspired by my trip with MRP, and in 2023, Rob came out on his own, and we didn't know each other than on social media and
just enough to
calling,
hit on each other.
texting. And so he came out to help us get our nonprofit started in 2023. Last year was a challenging year for me personally, but we got over the humps, and we have our first event planned for this October 23rd through 25th. It's called Silver Strand and Sport Fishing. It will be 2 days out of the Silver Strand Oxnard area, and we have a local landing called Hooks Sport Fishing, who is taking us out for a day of ocean fishing. The veterans will come together the first day, and we'll have a great taco dinner. We'll go through
tacos.
We have some wonderful guest speakers. Our first night, the next day will basically be focused on fishing and recovering from fishing, and the second night we have a tri-tip dinner and more guest speakers. Our guest speakers include longtime friends of mine, a physician I've worked with for many years, a inspirational speaker who is 70 years old and lost his leg at a motorcycle accident when he was 14, and is a professional skateboarder. He still races competitively in his class down in Lake Elsinore, and then we have a lifelong friend of mine. Her son is a F-22 pilot. He's been in the Air Force for many years, and he was active for probably 15 or 16, I believe, and he's currently in the reserve. So he lives out here, and he flies back east for his training, and we just have a really good program with some good health content. So we're very happy.
Let me sit in the back seat?
You can come and be my assistant, but I'm going to put you to work.
No. F-22 guy. Do you think you'll let me sit in the back seat?
Oh, yeah. No. I get the first dibs on that. What are you talking about?
I just need 5 minutes, Brady. Come on, man. Hook a brother up.
All right.
I just need a few minutes.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm airborne trained. I know how to ride a parachute. Come on, man. I've done this before. Maybe not from 200 feet above the ground. What are you laughing about over here? You all right, man?
I'm airborne qualified. I know how to ride a chute.
All right, Brady, let's start at the beginning.
Yeah.
Some of our listeners might not remember your first appearance. So let's start at the beginning. When did you join the military? What did you do in the military?
Okay. I enlisted in the Coast Guard in 1984 and served in Mobile, Alabama, North Carolina, E-City, Elizabeth City, North Carolina, and I ended up in Brooklyn, New York, all 3 air stations, and my rating was aviation structural mechanic. Back then it was an AM. They've combined rates since then, so it's an AMT now. And basically airframe repair, hydraulics, painting, all the pre-through post flights. We had to fix them, we had to fly in them. That was the way it was, and it still is. And it was a very, very smart decision on my part, despite some of the places I was stationed and the stuff I had to do. It was really the best choice for me because I saved for college. I got out of the Coast Guard in '89, and I had no idea what I wanted to do, and struggled for 10 years until I got into X-ray. I got into diagnostic X-ray. Then I went into med school, nuclear medicine school. And when I got through with that, the company that hired me knew that I had 2 licenses. So I was called a multimodality technologist. So the nuke new technology on the block was PET-CT, which is a functional study, basically used for primarily for oncology imaging. We do a lot of cardiac imaging and neurological work. So I spent over 2 decades working at cancer centers, outpatient imaging centers. I worked for a cardiology group as well. And I got to do functional imaging and saw what basically everybody struggled with. And looked at that and looked at my own health journey and the mistakes I made in my health care, and went through MRP when I was 2019. I went to Tucson and with Relief Ride 27. And I got there, I was 263 pounds. I couldn't sleep worth a crap. My diet was horrible and my energy sucked, and, I can go on. But basically, when I came back from MRP, I re-engaged with my doctor, got some blood work issues that I was dealing with handled, and regrouped on my health journey. And I've lost 43 pounds, and I've kept it off for a year and 7 months now. And so MRP was a life-changing event for me. And
For a
I
lot
look
of
back
people.
on it. I spent my whole career taking care of other people, and then let myself go. That's what I did. So came back out here and needed more purpose. I retired from nuclear medicine, and I needed more purpose and created a great team. We have a retired CHP officer that spent 31 years in the area. 2 educators. Our president is my wife, who's a current administrator at a local school. A lifelong friend of mine from Ojai is a retired educator, athletic director, and he's our fishing guru. We
Yes, he
call him
is.
Captain Doug. He's got his own boat, goes off of Channel Islands all the time. And then my other good lifelong friend, who I was stationed with down in the South, he was at Keesler Air Force Base in Mississippi
Mhm.
while I was in Mobile. He's my other fishing buddy, and his brother is a lifelong friend, and he was the founder of Hook Sport Fishing, which we're taking. And the origin of the name is, unfortunately, he had an accident when he was 14 and lost his arm. And instead of getting a prosthesis, he wanted to keep the hook because he was an avid fisherman and he didn't want to lose the ability
Bro, are
to
you friends
fish.
with a
And
pirate?
I am. Yeah. Yeah. Very good
Yeah,
friends.
pretty
I've
much that sums it up.
always wanted a pirate friend. That's cool as fuck, dude. How did you find that guy? Please
We
tell
got
me he's
them
got a
all out
wooden
here.
leg.
So that's an advantage being here. I've been here 50 of my 60 years and know a lot of physicians and people that have really done well in their life and like to give back to the community. So we just bring in everybody's volunteer. We make no salaries, and we have a good program. So I look
I
forward to
can't
sharing more with you as I go.
I can't say enough good things about the Motorcycle Relief Project. It does
No.
incredible things. I know for a fact, I have several friends, it saved their lives. So I'm very glad to hear that it had such a positive impact on you. And one of the things that we talk about at MRP is when you get back, returning the favor and doing a little bit for others. That you self-sacrifice, serve others. And you took that as far as you could possibly go with it and started Ventura for Veterans. And now
Well,
look at you.
thank you, but and I'm not just saying this, just it's not cliche, but it goes back to the board because I came back with a big idea of a week long event like MRP of that many days, and I was going down the wrong trail, but they reeled me in and said, basically, let's keep it simple. Let's make it simple. Hey, good health content. People can't always get a week off of time, but you can create a wellness weekend of 2 or 3 days where they can get a day off and combine that with a weekend. And so we also, and Rob, you'll love this, we have beach yoga at Silver Strand Beach the following morning, followed by a tour of the new Coast Guard Air Station Ventura at Point Mugu Naval Air Station. So
When I was out there last year, you took us to a Coast Guard station, which I have never set foot in before. All my time in the military, I've never been to a Coast Guard station.
yeah,
They're pretty
so
fucking nice, bro.
well, Rob, this is the idea with that was they were building a brand new air station about a mile away from that place where we went,
Mhm.
and they finished it. And now they have 2 Jayhawks there, and they're supposed to get a third. And Yeah, it's just you know, I kind of wish that we would have had them tour the air station before we go fishing in case, you know, we run into problems out there. They know what they need to do to save their asses on the sea. But you know, the way it worked out, we just have it flipped this time. But it's all good.
You know, having met Doug, I would place all of my faith in Doug, and I'm pretty sure he's getting me home. I'm not worried about that. Between you and Doug,
yeah,
I'm feeling pretty solid on that one.
Yep, Doug and Keith, and then Kenneth, Captain Hook, will be our fishermen because you know I get seasick. I don't go fucking fishing.
Coast Guard guy gets seasick.
Who in the Coast Guard gets
holding in the jokes? Here I go. All right,
all right.
Lucky I love you, Brady.
I know. Appreciate you, Rob.
You're making
you
this
one
too
shot.
easy. Look, he's biting his tongue too.
That's the first time I've heard that.
It's Coast Guard that gets seasick.
Yeah. Did you know that before you enlisted?
Yeah, but I figured I could.
So hold on. You knowingly, you knew you got seasick and you joined the Coast Guard.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good on you.
That sounds like a Marine thing.
It does,
right?
It does. But
well, I can talk. Can I one up that one real quick?
Come on, man. Bring what you got.
All right. So I also don't like the smell of shit and
yet we're still friends.
mucus and shit. My whole career was dealing with that. So there you go.
Well,
I had to.
If you don't like the smell of shit, that's probably why you didn't join the Army or the fucking Marines.
Well, I had to. I've been having to text him and Joe on the side and let them know that nuclear medicine is not medicine for nuclear warheads. It's using nuclear stuff for medicine. Yeah.
So, in other words, unclear
I'm
medicine.
still on the blowing things up.
I'm gonna get punched in the dick when we go off there because both these guys are like, "Man, fuck you, dude." Oh well.
Yeah, we can talk about nuke med, but I won't bore you with that right now.
No, it
Pretty
sounds
interesting.
very exciting.
Yeah, it's an interesting field, definitely.
I want a fourth nut and an extra inch.
Yeah, I didn't know that PET scans were not for my dog.
No, they're not. Do you know what that stands for? Do you know
So it's like, I'm gonna fucking stab you, dude. What does it stand for?
It stands for positron emission tomography.
That's what's gonna be my
I can't
guess.
even say that. It's too many syllables for me.
He gets to pause it and he stops.
So basically, in that case, we inject a radioactive sugar, and then it goes to the cancer, and then the scanner can see it, and they can do, basically, we do staging. Initially, once a patient's been diagnosed with cancer, we do the staging, and then they would go back and create a plan with their physician, and then have that plan done, and then they come back for restaging to see how the disease has progressed or has gotten better. So it's really quite a technology. Actually, I got into it when it just started in 2001. So it was really in the early years.
What you do in that field is selfless, because I could not do that, because that's fucking challenging right there. Mm-hmm. But I also just found out that there's such a thing as radioactive sugar, and now I want some.
Oh, I didn't even put that together like that.
Yeah.
You put that together really good.
Because what I just heard you say is superhero.
Sugar.
I want radioactive. Put that shit in my coffee and then go stand in an X-ray machine. I'd be a fucking superhero in a week and a half.
Well, I'll tell you, 3 weeks ago, I had my first cardiac scan as a patient at the VA down in LA at Wilshire, and they did it with a PET rubidium, it's called, and it's an hour-long process. It was really simple. I was very happy with how they did it. And just side note, I'm going to give it kudos to the VA, because I switched my health care 4 years ago, a lot of it, to the VA, and I've heard nothing but horror stories from doctors I work with, and it's not the truth. It's, you get out of it what you put into it, and I've had nothing but great care from the VA. So kudos to them.
Glad to hear
it. Listening. So,
very
anyways.
good to hear it. No, that's a good thing. Because we beat them up really hard on this show and around here. So that's a good thing to hear, that some veterans are getting decent healthcare, and you're in the healthcare field and you're saying that. So that's a big deal. So that's an awesome thing.
I have to agree with one thing Brady said. I think that a lot of the time, not all the time, it's what you put into the VA healthcare system. A lot of our guys are putting nothing, but I also think it really matters where you're at. Because there's some big differences between state to state from your VA care. And I don't think it should matter. If you're stateside, it shouldn't matter where you're at. You should be getting the same level of care, and it is not the same in
Yeah,
different places. But a
you're
lot
right,
of times
it's
it
not.
really is. Like there's a ton of veterans out there like, well, I'm not getting any of this or any of that. I'm like, did you go ask for it?
Yeah.
You know, or did you push for it? You know,
Or
so
did you say
there
it
is some,
sucks?
yeah.
Yeah, let's do something before we start complaining. You're not
Right,
far off at all.
But yeah, there's a pretty big difference in the location.
It depends on who you talk to and depends on what you're dealing with. Like,
Yeah, that's the other thing is because a lot of things like they just don't have, the VA doesn't have the capabilities or like a lot of stuff. And in some areas they're like, oh, well, we have this whole program here for that, you know?
I just recently, and I don't know, do you have tinnitus, Brady?
Yes, right, my
So-
right ear.
I just got a sound pillow from the VA. They just sent it to me in the mail, and it's for tinnitus. And the idea is, you got to see the look on your face right now.
I know.
It's got
I
speakers
did the
in
same
the
thing
pillow,
yesterday.
and yeah, you're the only one that can hear it. So when you have to put your head on the pillow in order to hear it, and when it's like white noise or gray noise or whatever that may be, and it works fucking awesome. So that's the one thing I've learned about veterans is that they have to understand about everything the VA has. Oh, thank you, Joe. That's much bigger. The VA is not just going to call you and be like, hey, you interested?
Yes.
You're not, Jesse, you are completely right.
Which is one of the things that kind of sucks is because basically, unless you're a mind reader or you work as a VSO or you work in the DAV, you don't know what's out there to benefit from and what's part of your compensation package. It's there's this huge gap in between the veteran that needs it and the program that exists to help them out that they don't know about, you know?
Yeah. Disagree, Brady?
No, actually, have you heard of Zeal massages from the VA?
Zeal? No. Tell me about
Zeal.
this.
So I happened on it. I learned about it on TikTok of all things. So my back's been trashed for 30 years from an accident, and it's progressively got worse, like it always does with age. I'm 60 now, so no surprise here. But they offer massage through the VA through. You just got to ask your doctor, and if your back's, if you benefit from massage therapy, the VA is believing in it more than ever. In fact,
What's
I
it
have
called?
one tomorrow at 11 a.m. So
What
very
program
happy
did you
with
call it? The SEAL? I didn't hear
well,
you said.
so actually, they'd have to request it through their primary care doctor, and I can get you the real information. But there's an app called Zeel, Zeel. And so, so I basically follow. I can schedule things on there. It's just a benefit I didn't know that was there.
Super cool.
Neither do we. So
I've never even heard of it before.
Yeah, we're gonna need more. We're gonna need you to text us after the show on this one, Brady.
Of course.
Because yeah, I'm not a massage guy, but I know people
But
that
this
are.
is legitimately my exact point. There are so many things out there that we don't know about all the time.
That's exactly what Dave's saying.
How many veterans specifically have soft tissue issues and are paying out of pocket or not able to pay out of pocket? And there it is. Just don't know it. Tons of them.
Yeah.
Agree completely. So Brady, coming up in October, you guys have a big event coming up. You're sport fishing for the season. You already talked about it a little bit. What
Yes.
do you need from our listening audience in order to make this a success for you? How can we help you?
So as far as the event goes, we are set with our applicants. We are set with sponsors. We are looking for donations for 2026 events that we are going to be scheduling soon. Just to let you, this event, we have 3 Navy, 3 Marine Corps, and 1 Army. One actually had to include an Army guy in there, and actually he's coming from, I believe, he's coming from North Carolina. But he's a very interesting gentleman, and we're thrilled to have him. So, no Space Force, no Coasties,
And
no Air
I would
Force,
love to
but-
be there for that, but that is the same weekend that our good friend Allie is getting married. So
Awesome.
I need to be there to make
You were
fun of it.
excused.
I appreciate that.
Awesome.
Allie appreciates that very much. So,
Yeah.
So you have 2026 events coming up that you need help funding. How can people donate to Ventura for Veterans to help you out?
So you can visit our website. It's venturaforveterans.org, and that's spelled VENTURA 4 veterans.org. And we have a link there. You can email us if you have any questions or or you would like me to give you a call, I'd be happy to do that. Everything's on our website.
And so people can donate, you know, 5, 10, $10, $1,
And
whatever it is to
anything,
help. But
anything
you,
helps. You know, we have, you know, our administration costs are really simple. We just have a website. Everything else is, you know, just volunteers. So,
do you have a rough estimate? I know you've been doing this a while. A rough
yeah.
estimate on what it costs you to put this on for a veteran, for one single
Yeah.
veteran?
For one veteran. So basically, this event is going to cost us $3,500, and we have 8 veterans
So
attending total.
divide 3,500 by 8, and there's
Yeah,
your amount to.
yeah.
So let's say
I don't
that.
have those figures right in front of me, so.
So,
But
well,
anyways, yeah.
let's say my buddy Dave, who is incredibly wealthy, he's a retired Vietnam vet. Guy is rich as hell, way too much money, doesn't know what to do with it all, wants to sponsor a veteran. He could call you up and be like, yo, what's it going to cost me to put one veteran through your program?
You can do that, and I would like to share with them our content, our health content that goes with it, because it's not just fishing. We're trying to help veterans become better health advocates for themselves and kind of re-engage the way I did with MRP, and just little habits. And we don't tell anybody how to live, you know. But we're just an encouraging community to try to prop each other up and support each other as we age and go through life's challenges and the pains and of getting older.
Well, and I think our listener, Sandy, is your facility in Lake Elsinore, and do you need an oncologist therapist? And I'm translating Sandy speak because I'm not sure who taught her how to spell.
Oh no.
Damn, she's
My
a good cook,
facility,
though.
the facilities I worked at were in Ventura County, and I do not know of. I could certainly ask if she. I could ask around, but I do not know any positions right now. If that's what she's asking.
Sandy is awesome about supporting veterans, so she's
Yeah.
very helpful with what she does.
So I know I worked at the local. I was the first pet tech at the local cancer center that when they first opened it, and I know a lot of the oncologists and imaging centers, and so I'd be happy to put her in touch with the people I know, without a doubt.
Is there anything that you need for this upcoming event, October 23rd through 25th? Do you need food? Do you need money? Do you need anything?
No, just your prayers that it turns out good as we think it will, and for good prayers for good weather.
Too easy.
Awesome.
It's California, so it's 70 degrees every day. So I feel like
it's been pretty nice this year. It's been pretty nice this year. I'm not going to say that to you. I know.
Are you anywhere near any of the wildfires that are going on?
Eventually, not now, but they'll come around. They always do.
Well, hope you and your lovely wife and one of my favorite dogs stays as safe as possible. So
appreciate that.
Brady, you've been extremely generous this evening with your time and knowing that your wife is downstairs going, hurry the fuck up and come back down here. That being said, I don't want to take your entire Monday night. I'm going to hand you off to my hetero life mate over here. He's going to give you all the outgoing instructions. You've been through this before. You know what's about to happen.
Yeah.
He's all yours. One chat.
I'll do it super short then. You got your 2-minute time now. Say whatever you want. Remind us of your handles and .coms and .orgs and info. And we'll try not to interrupt. Go.
Wow. Okay. All right. Didn't prepare for this, but I'll just give it a shot here. Like to thank MRP and Tom Larson and Mike Bobbitt for their support in 2019. That was life changing, and I will always be your advocate and your biggest supporter. Rob, for coming out and on a whim and throwing you out to some high swells, trying to surf out there.
Had a great time.
Thank you for your support in the last couple of years. I've lost some people close to us, and it hits home and makes you work harder at this goal, because I see the struggle of not only the immediate family but others when they lose a loved one to suicide. So our goal is to make some changes in that area and create a community to support veterans and help them be better health advocates, and help them not isolate and self-isolate. And we encourage them to if they can, volunteer in their own community, because we know the health benefits to that. So our website is venturaforveterans.org, and shoot me an email. I would love to talk to you, and that's about all I have.
I love it. Thanks, Brady.
It's good shit, man.
Yeah.
I need you to know that every time I see your dog on the internet, I start singing the B-52 songs, Rome. So
Okay.
just let him know that happens. I love that dog. Yeah, man. Hey, you're doing great stuff, Brady. You really are. The whole group is. I meant to follow up with you, and I keep forgetting to. Your neighbor across the street was a Vietnam veteran, right?
Yes.
You remind me. How is he doing these days?
He's doing good. He's probably needs to be a little more. I need to be over there a little bit more. Encourage him to walk a little bit more, and that's where the yoga thing is. Is that you realize you think you're in shape, and you get out there and you start stretching, and you realize how much things tighten up as you age. So I just recently found out I'm going to be a grandfather, so I'm thrilled at that.
Congratulations.
And I want to be able to, thank you. I just want to be able to get on the floor with them and get up and not struggle as my goal. And being tall, it's not that easy for me to get up, but the weight was really it made it extra difficult. So yeah.
So just to let you know how good my joke was, as soon as you said being tall, Joe started to laugh.
I did too.
So my jokes are pretty fucking good, is what that tells me.
They are. Okay. All right.
So
I was a little slow on that one.
If people remember them like towards the start of the show, end of the show, and they're still laughing at my joke, I'm really good at what I do.
Good.
So yeah. And as you see, our friend Sandy has a couple of other comments. Her brother, nuke met chemist, oncologist. I have no idea what all that shit means.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I'm sure it means something to you.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. So radiation oncology, radiation therapy, absolutely. Not at all. That's 12 years. Okay. Yeah.
She's good people.
We'll have to talk to her about it. Yeah.
So you will probably be hearing from her because that's her neck of the woods and all that stuff. So you get it.
Yeah. Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen,
appreciate you getting the word out to the California people as well, because we haven't really advertised very much, and so this is important.
I love that you managed to fit your nonprofit and motorcycle relief project into the same interview. I'm impressed. Most people can't do that.
Well, it's the truth, and it is life changing, and we want to be the same way. We want to have somebody come to our event, regroup, go back and re-engage with whatever makes their life happier and healthier, and that's kind of what we think we can do.
In the Coast Guard, at the end of the duty week, do you guys do a final formation on Friday evenings and give have the commander give a safety brief?
Only thing I remember was FOD walk downs. No, I don't remember any of that. But anyways,
here on this show, because we're both Army,
we have a safety brief.
We have a safety brief.
It's just awkwardly on Monday, not Friday.
Exactly. So that being said,
what's your item for safety this week?
Oh, shit.
Don't say wrap it.
You can't say condom, and you can't say don't drink and drive. Other than that, what do you got?
All right. So,
he's thinking.
I'll give you one. Something out of left field. Radiation. If you're around radiation, so a lot of people go and have exams, and they're injected with a radioactive material that goes to their bones, and they got to go walk around the mall for half an hour or hour. So basically, we inject them. They go away for 3 hours, and often they don't leave the area, and then they come back for their scan. So they're radioactive. So if you know somebody's radioactive, they're radioactive right next to you. If you take a footstep back, your dose is reduced by 1/3. So time, distance, and shielding is our safety brief tonight. Time, the closest you are to the radiation source. The time you're next to the source, the distance that you have, and the shielding. So I'm out left field. You didn't want that safety briefing, but you got it.
No, you're winning right now.
I didn't even know about those things. So I need to stay away from people like
we don't get shit like that on this show.
Yeah, what the hell? Now you're gonna send me. I'm gonna microdose and read for like 3 hours tonight about being around people that are radioactive and how it's gonna affect me.
The only see, it's not going to affect you because it's so small. But it's funny because you're walking around communities
Sounds
and
like
there's
me.
a lot of radioactive patients walking around next to you. So you got to carry your guy.
Sorry.
Oh, that was classic. That was well timed. Joe's peeing on himself right now. I think you earned it.
So yeah, so basically you have a lot of people walking around that are radioactive and you don't know it, but the only way you know it is if you had your Geiger Mueller on you. So you got to carry a little Geiger Mueller. Otherwise, now you're not going to get anything. You'll
When you
pass
say a
anyway.
lot of people,
A gargle meter?
yeah, you can need a gargle meter. That's the remember the Smurfs used to fight against him with his cat Azrael.
Oh,
A
the
gargle meter.
got you. Okay.
Thanks, Brady. We really appreciate you clearing that up.
I
for
don't
us.
got you, but I'm just gonna act.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking to one of my favorite people on the planet, Brady Shoemate. He runs Ventura for Veterans. Check them out. They need your support. They need your help. Go check them
Thank
out.
you.
Go make a donation. Throw $1 in the bucket. Support a veteran. You've got way too much money already, folks. I mean, the government isn't taking any more of it. Look at you. You're
Right.
making overtime now. You can donate more to Ventura for Veterans. Well done.
Please.
Look at us.
Thank you.
We're bringing people together. Brady, have a
yeah.
great night. Kiss your wife on
You
the
too.
nose for her. Tell her I said hello,
Well,
and give Rome a little pat for me.
oh yeah. Take care.
Have a
Thank you.
great rest of your night, bud. Thanks for being here.
Night, Brady.
That was awesome. That was fucking awesome.
There's a couple zinger jokes in there that I'm not gonna lie. Over the last hour, that were just classic.
I don't think you've met Brady eyeball to
In person,
eyeball
no.
yet, but dude, he is so much fun. I love that guy. He's a good time. All right, so we've done that. We've done our safety brief. Joe, you got anything for the safety brief there this week? Look at you shaking your head. Nope, fuck it. Everybody
like,
be
"No, I don't."
unsafe.
Do dumb shit.
Yeah, do stupid shit.
Dude, I feel like all week, I mean, not even just this week, just like recently, like, it doesn't matter sometimes how safe and how right you do everything, shit still snafu.
Like, let's say you're driving a skid steer and you've never done that before, and you're
That
trying to
was
drill a
kinda
little hole.
fucking funny yesterday. Jesus Christ. Oh.
Look,
You
man,
know what?
I'm
Okay,
good
I
at certain
want you to-
things. I'm not good at that. Go ahead.
Stop it. Stop. Comment overload. Stop.
Let it out.
You have to appreciate my patience and wear all
Oh,
sometimes.
absolutely. I'm surprised I didn't get yanked out of that thing and thrown out. You were very good. You just opened the door and you're like, why don't you come out? I'll finish this up.
Do you know
you
what
were
happened?
very good about it.
I ended up with years and years of coaching white belts. More years of coaching white belts than being an NCO with privates. That is what has helped me out. I'm like, and you know, a long time ago, I can't say that. I was given some advice and it's helped me throughout life. And it has to do with expectations for people. But like, you know, if you have somebody that you just think of is full blown, not intelligent.
Thanks, asshole.
Well, the other one's inappropriate for radio. Full blown. Okay. How happy are you about the little things that go right, and you get very happy for it, and you're very understanding for the learning process? I didn't
Folks,
say
help me
fuck
out
ups,
here. If
learning
you've never
process.
driven a skid steer, much less drilled a hole with it, is that not an intimidating fucking tool? I don't know what I was doing. I'm just pushing. He's like, hey, this button does the trigger. This button makes it drill. This button makes it go forward and back. Good luck. You got this. And then he turned around and walked away. I was
I'm
like,
not-
what
I'm
the
not-
fuck is
I'm not gonna
happening?
be close to you. I said I was gonna be understanding, not close.
I drilled a hole. Not a good one, but I drilled a hole. So, yeah.
It looked like the hole from the freaking IED blast when I got blown up.
It really did, Joe. It was really
Dude,
bad.
I was like, I literally, I went
He's
over,
looking over the thing, he's
somehow,
like,
somehow
do
it was
that?
like the post hole was like this big around, and it was only like this deep.
Still
It was
full of dirt.
And I was like, I was looking at it, and I like didn't know what to say. I was like,
He goes, come look at this. Come look at your handiwork.
no, get out of the skid, come look, because I don't know how to say this.
He's like, you've been drilling for 10 minutes, but it's still full of dirt. How did you do that? And I was like, I don't know. I just keep pushing buttons until something happens. He's like, stop that.
It's fun.
So yeah, there's my safety brief contribution.
I said, no, yeah, no matter how you can be all perfect all you want, things are still snafu.
Dude, I'm gonna do Never Forgotten now. So why don't you go
Fine.
do your thing? All right. Joe, are we ready for Never Forgotten? Do I need to pull this up here? Are we solid? Yeah, I say you're the GOAT. Let's see here. Let's go to here. It is. All right. So this is the part of the show that sucks, folks. I hate doing this part, but it's imperative. It has to happen. So never forgotten for this week comes from our friends at Task and Purpose, just like everything else does. God, we love those guys. If you're not listening to WTF Moments, you should be reading Task and Purpose. Fearless Marine veteran died confronting a shooter in the CDC attack. David Rose spent 4 years in the Marines before becoming a police officer near Atlanta. He was killed by a gunman obsessed with vaccine conspiracies. A former Marine turned police officer whose mother called Fearless was killed as he confronted a gunman who attacked the Center for Disease Control earlier this month. Police officer and Marine David Rose, who spent 4 years in the Marine Corps, was shot while confronting a shooter who fired close to 500 rounds into labs and buildings at the nation's top disease and vaccine research lab in Atlanta. I don't know how I didn't hear about this, but whatever, man. In the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, please, when you drop to your knees tonight, when you put your hands together, say your prayers for not just that Marine, but his family as well. And by the way, he died protecting our interests and doing the best he could for us, continuing to serve his community. Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to From the Ashes on About Face Media. We really appreciate you being here tonight. Have a great rest of your Monday. We will see you next week. We have some great guests coming up in the very near future. Thank you for being here. Have a great night. See y'all.